I recently posted a video online about back control escapes, and it's gotten a lot of controversy, and basically boils down to two things. Which escapes techniques are more suitable for the street and which are more suitable for, say, a cage? So the question that we've been having is just like this, and honestly, like I always get the question at seminars, well, what happens if the person grabs over my arms? Okay, I don't know about you, but like me personally, anytime we're training, even if I have the opportunity to do this grip, I would much rather prefer to grab under. I don't know if you feel
control of it.
Okay, so that's sorry. So I'm not the only one.
That's what I do.
So I see, like, yeah, like I get it. Like people are paranoid about this because of the fact that I have your arms trapped, and even if I do get here, for me, there's a lot of times where at the minimal, I'm going to release one arm and lock here. Yeah. And then maybe shift and like lock and trap down one arm. But I just don't have the control, because if you start moving more and then like get like, it's very, like you see how your elbows start going out, right? Yeah. That makes it very difficult to hold on. Here, I can just suck you in and continuously suck you in. Like there's always like pros and cons, right? So that's just a little side note. But let's go back to the under, right? So the one that we focused on, and again, like we posted that video with the mindset of this is self-defense, right? Someone comes up, immediately grabs you. So let's kind of like do like this scenario, like I'm walking, come up and just like aggressively grab you, right? So like this is gonna happen, and they're not just gonna like stand here. A lot of times they're gonna try and pick you up. They're gonna start dragging you back, right? But like the scenario was like someone grabs you aggressively, catches you off guard. You don't have time. One, like this stuff isn't gonna work, right? Most people are going to panic and like instantly drop their weight, which if you've done self-defense with me, if you've watched some of our videos, you understand that a lot of what we teach, we build off of normal human reaction. So a normal human reaction is to kind of drop your hips a little bit. That's where we start. So as we drop, my hands tend to post on the palms here. I like to work my head back and pressure into him because I know he's gonna be trying to suck my hips in. Yeah. So I want to start pressuring back and get my hips walking out a little bit. And this just puts a lot of pressure on the grip, and it puts pressure on him. He's not in a good position to really start working me back in. And again, this is gonna be a fight, but I'm looking to just put pressure. I'm not peeling fingers. I'm not working wrist locks. It's literally, I'm just driving this down until I get this break, right? Then we have options. Now, if we're talking 100% self-defense, I don't wanna do this and then 200 meter sprint. Yeah. Because he's gonna be right on you, right? I need to do this and immediately one turn to create at least distance, and maybe they'll come at you. Or if they do, like maybe I can work in like T kicks and kind of just, keep distance a little bit. On that. Then I can run. Yeah, we got videos on that too. But otherwise, if I come here, if we're talking like someone's trying to abduct you, the moment this grip breaks, I'm turning back in, I'm dropping elbows, hammer fists, knees, shoving you, 200 meter sprint. That's from like a street perspective. Now you can do some of that with sport as well, right? If we're talking sport of this guy's, now he's not going to abduct you, but he's definitely gonna look to take you down right away because he's gonna get takedown points. So staying heavy is gonna be even more important. Staying on the grip is gonna be more important. But I can still turn here, especially for in a cage, like work and create distance and get back to a striking point, right? This is, you know,
I'm more comfortable on the field.
Yeah, if you're more comfortable striking, like, yeah, I'm gonna be here, work around, and we fight. I can also turn and right away just use that and try and just close the gap right away. I guess that's the other option that we can do. Yeah. Now, this is kind of where we started kind of getting into like the gray areas a little bit. Like I showed the option of I can come here and immediately like reshoot. More sport. In the street, I'm probably not going to reshoot on you. Yeah. Definitely more sport, but it is a good option because for a moment, you're gonna be completely flabbergasted and confused, and I can either just blast a double leg, or I would rather duck under, come up, take the back, and just take you down myself.
Take down on your own.
But you're gonna be flabbergasted, right? You're gonna be thrown off, so that works. So for self-defense, we wanna break the grip, we wanna create distance, we wanna break the grip, we wanna turn, throw in strikes, and get the hell out of there. I don't really want to necessarily re-engage with Kimuras, which is one that people showed. Yeah. This is definitely more sport. And keep in mind, like sport, non-sport, this is a very hard position to work a lot of things, because I'm not gonna just be sitting here, nor is he. Like we're gonna be constantly fighting for this, and he's gonna be trying to dunk me and stuff. Yeah, like we're gonna be constantly trying to fight, right? So as we're doing all this, look how hard it is for me to maintain this control, because every time he like does that, I have to get heavy again. So for me to sit here, so the Kimura idea is like scoop the outside, lock, break, turn, we get the Kimura grip. To do that full throttle, like, it's very difficult to be able to get those grips, especially if this guy's actively working, which if you get to someone's back, especially in the cage, you should immediately be working to get them down. There's no reason for me to sit here
and just kind of
just hold on a second. I should chain one takedown, one takedown, one takedown until I get it. So Kimura, even in sport, very difficult. Unless maybe we get to a spot where
like your side,
maybe we're like up against the cage, right? This is my cage wall. Okay? So you're trying to pull me off or whatever, like we're kind of in the standstill. Like, sure, at this point, if I've got a good grip and I can break it, yeah, maybe. But out in like the open,
no,
probably not. The other one was, and this is one that a lot of people teach for self-defense too. 200-meter run. Again,
you can get
no one will that, but no one's. I mean, I can grab the leg. That's not the problem. The problem is that you just grabbed me off the street. Are we just gonna sit here and you're just holding on to me?
No.
Yeah. So you're not even gonna give me the time of day. And if I were you and I saw me doing this, you're not gonna sit there like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, oh, she got my leg. Yeah. So people that are in these positions, when you're talking self-defense, we have to remember what it's like in stress-filled moments.
That's a whole nother thing. You have to train the way it would be in real life.
Yeah. So you have to train with that mindset of like, this normal reaction is shit. He just grabbed my back. I'm gonna like, I just get heavy. Like, I throw it again. If we're talking like the scenario, like I'm just walking and you just grab me at any point. Like, this is a normal reaction. Well, then from here we're gonna continue working because it's already a normal reaction. But for me to do this and then like, and then think of something like that, it's
not realistic.
It's not realistic, and it's in stress situations. It's not going to work. The only other one that people were asking about was for sport. Again, I can kind of pressure out a little bit, which this one might work because I'm still pressuring out a little bit, but I'm starting to turn my hips sooner than I normally would, and I'm looking to take the near side arm, and I'm literally just going to scoop the inside, and as I scoop the inside, I come up with the single leg. Will that work all the time?
It's worth a shot.
It's worth trying, but the idea would be like, once I get here, I immediately just gotta start working.
Your single leg takedowns.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if we're talking grasp from behind, and keep in mind, like the grip might not always be here. It could be shifted off to the side a little bit, right? It's still the idea that I'm heavy, pressuring, walking out, if we're talking self-defense, right? The moment this grip breaks, I turn and either I'm making distance or I'm immediately coming back in with just a splur of strikes and then we get out of there. If we get here and the grip's not breaking, but I have now created space, I can now turn and now start to work. Like if I have the ability to turn around essentially, like I can immediately get here and work different strikes. Still a little risky, but it works. If we're talking sport, I would still say for sport, this is still a better bet to start hand fighting, right? And then at this point again, like we make space around the cage and we go back to stand up.
More comfortable on the feet.
My personal for sport is the second this breaks, I'm here and I'm just reshooting on you. Catch you off guard. The Kimura, maybe again, like I said, if we're up against the wall or something, like I might be able to work some of this in here, at least just to, like, I may not be able to finish it, but this might prevent you from doing the grip and you might just let go on your own. Now I can work off. So like that might get you to let go.
It's just situational.
Yeah, the outside single leg is cool. This one, you will never see me teach just because, again, I don't, it's way too risky.
Yeah.
Break the grip and get out. So that's the beauty of this. Like again, we bridge the gap between sport and street on this channel. That's a simple technique that can be applied very easily to both sport and street with just minor adjustments, and honestly it just comes down to what your experience is. Like again, on the street I can reshoot a takedown if I'm comfortable and if I feel the situation calls for it. Otherwise, both situations I can create space, I can work strikes, we can add takedowns, whatever. So play around with it, give it a shot.